Hello, welcome to my studio. The sound check.
Act natural.
I will act all natural.
Okay, where are we?
We are in Stockholm, in Västberga, in Stockholm.
Yeah.
In my studio. And
what is this building?
there are some offices and architecture. Mm-hmm. And then this level is also a big studio collective.
Are there other artists on this floor?
Yeah, we are like 30 artists in the studio collective.
Then you have to queue to be able to rent places.
Yeah, usually. But also like studio collectives usually have a queue, so you can apply, I want to be here, and then you wait for an empty studio, so it's like...
Okay, interesting.
But we don't have that here. So this is the only way, I have only been here since I left the art academy in Umeå. Mm-hmm.
How do you like this space? It's quite small.
It's quite small, it's quite cheap.
Yeah.
Stockholm is expensive, I guess. Yeah. Maybe, I think it is.
No space for parties, but...
No space for parties.
But
it's more
space
of a
for
working
work.
space.
Yeah.
I have one solo show up now, and I'm opening another one in next week in Gothenburg. Mm-hmm. So I made a Christmas show, which have been a dream for a long time. It's such a fun subject with Christmas, like what it means, and I'm very interested in like things that is kind of like have this kind of nostalgic value, and I'm very interested in symbols and trying to find meaning in that emptiness. Yeah, I would say a lot of painters say that the painting is the most important thing, but I would say that the image is more important.
So the subject matter, what you're trying to convey.
Yeah, indeed. I've always painted fast. For example, these ones, because I wanted these to have all the same graphic elements, so I made all the graphic elements, but then I made like the portrait. It takes like a day to make. Usually, if it's not good, I discard it instead of trying to
save it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I destroy what I don't like.
Do you find that like the Swedish art world has a market that's fast enough for you to sustain that kind of practice?
No. I don't think so.
So you end up...
But what can you do? These are football cards from the USA World Cup from '94. This was '94. My dad is a real soccer head. I get very influenced by him in '94 when I was 10, and I remember being up in the middle of the night. This was his incredible heat wave in Sweden '94. This is the one sports event I kept in my heart. All these guys become kind of legends and heroes and like almost godlike. Mm-hmm. And I collected these cards as a kid. So it's more than 30 years ago. So they have like, there's a decay as well from these who were like super fit, and like these were like stickers. So these are more like icons, like from the church. In a way, they're not worth anything, but like in a sense, they mean so much. It still says so much about us. Mm-hmm. Should we fake a hat here, or do you want to go to the kitchen?
Look cool. Is this like standard practice to always have like no? It's
Christian stuff. He used to work a lot with like installations for the outdoors and stuff like that.
So he just brought this all here, and you guys can use it.
Yeah, this is everyone's.
This is everyone's.
But his tools. And then we also have this as a project space, like an extra studio if you need to do something bigger. I usually rent this when but you can if you need an extra room.
It's like if you need a minute to chill out. Yeah. To scream. Yeah. So did you build this system for...
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm very unhandy, so I'm very happy with this.
Very proud of it.
I'm very proud of all of this, even if it look like shit, but yeah. Are you filming this?
Yes.
No. I was born just outside of Malmö, so outside of Copenhagen. But it was never like a grand plan. I just like to paint, and I paint quick and I paint a lot. I'm going to show this in Gothenburg next week.
So this is Olle.
Ulle. This is a Swedish name. One of my best friend's partner, he's named Ulle.
Okay.
And I'm going to stay at their place. So I thought that's a little homage for them. But I have one that says hello, and then that says go to hell. It's kind of nonsense words. I try to stay away from sex and politics because that's so much meaning in itself. It seems like they can accumulate things over time, which new things don't have. So they're like, by using old things, you already have a lot of different meanings to them, which I like.
You said you work as well on the side.
Yeah. I work part-time in the grocery store, which works fine for me because I'm a very social person. So for me, it's almost like not work. I just sit there and chat with the regulars.
Yeah.
How was your trip to Denmark? Well, how's your kids? And you're making tacos for dinner.
But do you think that you could afford a studio if it was just art?
I could have, but then I have to leave my family and my apartment. It's very well paid to work in the grocery stores in Sweden. Usually in 2 weeks I have 7 days in the studio. Art usually pays for the rent, the materials, a little bit traveling in the summer, and Christmas gives you a little bit more, but not so much. Jag vill ha som en serie så jag måste fråga om det. Så kommer jag på att jag är världens äldsta människa. Så jag jobbar, så det finns 4 stycken sedan 2019. De var också världens äldsta, men sen när de dör så blir det en ny.
Så blir det ny, så du målar en till.
So this one is the first one I made in 2019. She's called Kanetinaka.
And then you're going to paint yourself as the final.
Yeah, that's the whole. I'm hoping for that. But since I'm an artist, it would be like poisonous colors.
Yeah.
So maybe not, but hopefully. And then she was alive until 2019.
Interesting.
So she's like the 3rd oldest ever. Maria Branias Morera. She's French, I think. Yeah. I call this set the Golden Girls. Because it's like, in a sense, they have won the race. But there's not so much like what's next. I also have to find stuff that I feel like joy to paint. First is the conceptual idea, and then the painterly quality of it. What would be fun to paint.